Hey guys, I'm Pixel Dan, and this is a review of the Masters of the Universe Classics Snake Men 2-pack. That's right, it's a brand new Army Builder set. The first Army Builder set in the Classics line allowed us to up the ranks of the heroic warriors by giving us some generic palace guards. Now the baddies grow in numbers, specifically the faction known as the Snake Men. The Snake Men come in window box packaging similar to the one we saw with the Palace Guards. The back of that box shows off a look at the other figures in the Classics line, gives us a look at the figures within, and also offers us a brand new bio for the Snake Men. Alright, so let's take a look at these two figures outside of the packaging. We'll start off with the Armored Snake Man here. The figure features a dark orange paint deco with some really nice shading, so it's not just a flat color. He wears a silver belt piece above the longer loincloth, and he sports brand new blue armor. That armor has some nice silver accents and the bright green Snake Men insignia right in the center. The body used for this figure is the scaly one that was used for Rattlor. Taking off his armor, you will notice that the torso underneath is just the standard male buck, probably because the Rattlor torso has the tail attached to the back. But the arms and legs are exactly like the ones that were used for Rattlor. The second Snake Man figure is a bit of a brighter yellow, but has a nice shading on him that is about the same orangish color as the first one we looked at, so their colors aren't too far off from one another. This figure utilizes the standard male buck, and has the whiplash arms and legs, along with the boot pieces we saw used on figures like Kobra Kahn. He has the same type of pants piece that Kobra Kahn was wearing as well, and also sports a brand new armor piece that has a pauldron over the left shoulder, and the green Snake Men insignia right on the chest. Now the cool thing about this set is that it includes 4 different heads. 2 of them are in the darker orange color, while the other 2 are in the more yellow color. But the colors are close enough, you can pretty much use them for either body. Each head has its own distinct look, with different colored eyes and different overall shapes, 2 of which have open mouths and 2 with closed mouths. This will work for some great mixing and matching, and is a really good reason to buy more than one of these 2-packs. Alright, so let's scope out these Snake Men warriors a little closer here. So first of all, let's go ahead and check all the joints on these guys, take a look at the articulation. It's all very basic stuff as far as their movement goes. You can see the head swivels back and forth, slightly up and down. We got very, very tight joints in the arms. It's very, very solid, which I really like. So you got the nice ball joints there, up and down, forward, backward movement, swivels at the bicep area, bend at the elbow, swivel at the wrist. You can still move the torso up and down even though he's got the armor on. You can swivel him from side to side there. You got good joints at the thighs there. You do have the nice softer loincloth. That's the longer piece, but it's nice and soft, so you can get the Snake Warrior to sit down. You can get him to ride Battle Cat, fly the Wind Raider, ride the Griffin. All of that stuff will work just fine. Standard knee joints, nice tight, very tight ankle joints, which is really nice on this guy. You can see they're really, really locking in place. Of course, this is the Rattlor body, so there's no ankle pin showing. And all the articulation is very tight and nice on that guy. The other Snake Man warrior uses that whiplash type body for the most part. So it's the same style here. Head moves just the same. Got same nice tight articulation in the shoulders there. Swivels the biceps. You got very tight bends at the elbows. So all the articulation on these guys is real solid, which I really like. So you can still move the torso up and down even though he's got the armor on. He's got the pant-like sculpt. It is split underneath there. So that's really good for being able to get the figure to sit down, you know, spread the legs to straddle Battle Cat, Panther, Griffin, all of that good stuff. Good solid joint at the knee, good ankle joints there, no pin showing. It's got the Kobra Kahn style boot cuts, so lots of good articulation there. I'm not seeing any paint rubbing on these guys yet, which is really good, so I don't have any black plastic showing, no paint rubbing on any of the joints. So far so good with these guys. So they both got brand new armor pieces, which is really cool. So I'll show you how to work those. It's pretty standard stuff. You got the nice little clip here on the brown armor, so you can just pop that off. Slides right over the head, and that's the only place it really hooks on, is just over the head, and then connects underneath the left arm. And you got that little shoulder pauldron that covers the shoulder there. It's very soft, very flexible armor, but it works really well. And it's cool because you can see the way it's just the standard male body, but they've got that extra piece on there for the neck. So you got that cool little reptile neck piece coming up. We've seen similar stuff in the past, of course, with guys like Merman and Stinkor and the such. So that works really well to still utilize the basic male buck, but get that really cool snakehead look. Now the Rattlor body is very similar. The new armor just unhooks on the back. You got the two little latches right there, and you can just pull it right over the head. It's the same soft, flexible type rubbery material that we've seen on a lot of the armor pieces. He's got that same neck attachment piece over just the standard male buck, so that works very nicely. And then, of course, with these guys, you've got all the interchangeable heads. So you can swap all the heads, you can swap the armor pieces, and just so you get an idea here, like the heads, they do vary in color slightly. You've kind of got like a more yellowy head and a more orangey head, but they've kind of got the same tones going on as far as the paint job goes. Like the darker orange has kind of like the lighter yellow highlights, while the yellow head's got the darker orange highlights. So you can switch the heads on the alternate bodies. They do look slightly discolored from the body that they're on, if you notice. But you could probably still pull that off. And if you add the armor, it makes it even less noticeable. You might want to stick with the bodies that they match better, but it is worth noting that it is possible that you can probably still mix and match those heads around, and that just gives you even more options for mixing the parts around and getting multiple different snake warriors for your collection. There are 4 different accessories included with this set. First up is this brand new snake sword. It's silver with a metallic blue handle and has a really cool design where the hilt looks like the head of a snake and the twisted blade looks like its tongue. We also get a brand new shield, which features a 2-tone silver paint job with some metallic blue accents and the Snake Man emblem in the center. The third accessory is a large spear, which has that same really cool snakehead design at the top. And lastly, we have this wicked looking spiked club. I would hate to be on the receiving end of that. With the 2 different armor pieces, 4 different heads, and 4 accessories, there are many different ways to mix and match these figures into unique Snake Men warriors, which is perfect for army builders out there who really wish to build a large snake army to battle the Horde or the heroic warriors. This pack features a really great reuse of parts that makes for some great looking action figures. With nice articulation and great paint apps, this really is a great set to add to your collection. You should at least grab 1, but I almost want to recommend everyone grab 2 so that you can use all 4 heads. If you're into army building and can afford it, you're definitely going to want to. They are generic characters and army building isn't for everyone, but they are still really cool, and I think most folks would be very happy with them. The Snake Men Army Builder 2-pack is part of the 2012 Eternian Collectors Club subscription and will be available on September 17, 2012 on MattyCollector.com. Until next time,